Hey everyone, it is Evan here from the Trade Risk on Wednesday, May 6th. We are intraday right now, and this is our weekly trade ideas video where we bring you some of the stocks on our watch list, names that are showing some relative strength, ideally not yet too extended in their moves. As always, these videos are powered by our partners over at Investors Business Daily. We curate ideas from their stock lists. You can get access to their stock lists with a link in the description of this video. So first name we're kicking off with today comes from IBD's list. It is a bit extended here, so I am breaking kind of the cardinal rule of some of the stocks we try and show here, but I thought it was an interesting name because I am not familiar with this particular stock. It seems like it's more of an under the radar name, which is why I did just want to present it, and the fact that it is breaking out now to new all-time highs, I'm sure it's getting the attention now of lots of traders coming up on the new 52-week highs list. So I think this is an interesting name. Certainly a beautiful looking chart here. Basically, had a very shallow pullback in March, all things considered. I mean, I guess, for the volatility of the stock, it was still a pretty steep, by most standards, it was still a 35% pullback in March. So, I do take that back in terms of absolute numbers, but relative to what this stock looks like over the past year, 12 months, even the past month, it pales in comparison. You can see we actually broke out. We cleared those March highs in early April, and you can see, of course, it has continued to run. So from the pullback to where it stands now, it's 155% up. All the heavy volume of accumulation on the way up here. So LVGO, first name here that I just want to bring the attention to. Again, I'd be very careful chasing something up 3 days in a row like this, but if it starts to pull back, starts to consolidate, I think it's a good name that the market seems to have blessed to the upside here. So something worth watching. Number two is certainly a well known name here, and this is Advanced Micro AMD. I want to bring it to our attention here because of the pullback off of these highs. So the fact that it did sort of V-shaped rally here all the way back up to its February highs. I mean, it fell just short of them, around $58 or so, but then it did start to pull back, got as low as about $48 or so, and it looks like it's trying to hold up here. You could even kind of squint your eyes, and I think some people may look at this as some type of inverted pattern that could start to show up here, where you got the neckline up where I drew it, you got the left shoulder here, got the right shoulder potentially being built out, and there is the top of the head. So this could be something that ends up working pretty nicely here if it can start to clear over those recent highs. It's working on the right side of this, potentially a higher low. So AMD here in pullback mode, and something worth paying attention to. So those two coming from IBD's list. The number 3 name for today comes from our watch list is GDS. So this is data storage name in the tech space. So again, if we zoom out here, you can see it's been in a nice uptrend for the past couple of years. It has recently been now consolidating underneath these highs. If I go to a weekly chart here, you can see mostly consolidating, again, fueling up, pent up, developing that base, charging itself for a potential breakout move. I like the fact that certainly it's up 3 days in a row in the very short term, but it's clearing above this $60 area, which is where the bulk of, in my eyes, resistance lies. I think this was the hard level to clear, which it's doing today. So this gets us above the bulk of supply, and then it does have some pretty good clear skies above it if it can continue to hold up around these levels. This does have earnings coming up in a couple of weeks, so do keep that in your in mind. But GDS here, like the potential kind of breakout pattern, not too extended like a lot of other tech names. Last but not least, CDLX. This one here, sort of different look again in the tech space, where has really just been the hub of strength for the past couple of months. But if we look here at this particular stock, it is certainly nowhere near its highs. In fact, it's trailed quite significantly here in for the sector over the past month or so. But from a technical perspective, what I like here is certainly get the long-term uptrend still at our back here. It did suffer a pretty steep pullback, and it is struggling at this resistance point. But what I like here is just the clean sort of levels that we can measure risk against. That always helps significantly as a trader, especially if you're doing traditional technical analysis, trading off charts. You definitely need your levels to pay attention to, and I think CDLX, you have it here. So you have sort of clear resistance up right around $49 up to 50 is sort of your breakout level where you'd be looking for you'd be looking for momentum to pick up. And on the downside, if this starts rolling over, if it starts losing $39 or even, $42, $41, somewhere at the lower end of this range, you can either ignore it or, stop yourself out or sort of move on the trade idea. So CDLX kind of fueled up here. TechPlay does have earnings coming up, I believe, pretty soon. So double check that date as well. But different look here and a little more of an under the radar name. So that's it. 4 trades, 4 trade ideas there. Again, make sure all of this fits your strategy, your time frame, your outlook, all of that good stuff. Do your homework on all of these names, and of course, keep the market context in mind. We did a video yesterday, our midweek video, basically saying there's lots of chop out there, so be careful. Lots of these names we just highlighted are sort of momentum plays, and you have to be careful in this type of environment if that is what you're choosing to trade. So again, do your homework, make sure you have that broader market context in mind, and as always, I hope these videos help. Thanks for tuning in and watching every Wednesday. Trade ideas like this, you can subscribe on our YouTube channel or follow us at The Trade Risk. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you back here on Friday for the weekend market recap.